Last time, we got acquainted again with the 8 great doctors of the Church. Today, let's get to know another group of doctors, the ones who lived in what we call the Golden Age of the Church Fathers, or the Patristic period, roughly from the year 300 to 600 AD. Proclaimed Doctor of the Church in 1920, Saint Ephrem the Syrian was a prolific 4th century hymnographer and theologian. He expressed his reflections in poetry, prose, and hymns. Hymns Against Heresies was his most famous composition. It was filled with brilliant metaphors describing Jesus as both human and divine. One of the first doctrinal writers who extensively fought Arianism was Saint Hilary of Poitiers. His major theological works included De Trinitate and De Synodis, while his exegetical work Commentarius in Evangelium Matthaei is said to be the first Latin commentary on the Gospel of Matthew to have survived. He was declared a Doctor of the Church in 1851. Meanwhile, in 1883, Pope Leo XIII included Saints Cyril of Jerusalem, Cyril of Alexandria, and John Damascene among the doctors of the Church. Cyril of Jerusalem was a distinguished theologian and catechist. His renowned Jerusalem Catechesis emphasized the efficacy of baptism and the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. While he battled with the Arian heretics, his namesake, Cyril of Alexandria, fought the Nestorian heresy. This scholarly and prolific patriarch of Alexandria wrote several exegetical works, mainly on Christology. In fact, his theological writings have remained central to all Orthodox churches. Now, considered as the last Greek father, Saint John Damascene is remembered for his theological writings like The Fountain of Wisdom. He also composed liturgical hymns which are still used today and is considered the champion of sacred images. Meanwhile, Saint Leo the Great, the Pope from the years 450 to 461, fought various heresies that arose during his papacy. His writings were mainly on the theme of Christology. His letter to Flavian of Constantinople, now called the Tome of Saint Leo, was influential at the Council of Chalcedon, the Fourth Ecumenical Council. In 1754, he was proclaimed Doctor of the Church. Known for the brevity of his inspirational talks and homilies, Saint Peter Chrysologus fought the Arian and Monophysite heresies. He spoke of the Creed, of John the Baptist, of Mary, and of Christ's incarnation in simple language and manner. His 176 sermons have been preserved up to this day. He was named a Doctor of the Church in 1729. Now, Saint Isidore of Seville, wrote about topics from grammar to even domestic issues in his most important work entitled Etymologiae. He is the first Christian writer to produce a summa of universal knowledge. As a bishop, he was involved in the conversion of the royal Visigoth Arians to Catholicism. He was the last Latin father and was declared a doctor in 1722. My friends, I hope you got valuable information about the doctors of the Church we introduced today. Next time, we will talk about those who lived in the Middle Ages. Do you want to know if your patron or favorite saint is one of them? Let us see next Sunday.